Networks presenta Las opiniones expresadas en este programa son responsabilidad exclusiva de quienes las emiten y no representan necesariamente el pensamiento o alguna posición oficial de este medio de comunicación. ADR Networks presenta.
This is Celestine Angel.
And I'm Isaac Crouch.
And this is...
Foreign Show!
On the Foreign Show.
Yes, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people everywhere, welcome to That Foreign Show. My name is Isaac Rakesh, and we have with us...
I'm Celestine Angel.
Yeah.
And we're here on ADR Networks, activating your senses.
Welcome to the show, and we're going to kick things off as usual with the Insider segment.
Mm-hmm. Right now, we have one of our previous guests, Alec. His exhibition is actually going on. He's an artist. He's also a tattoo artist and a dancer. But he's having his artwork being displayed. Here is the flyer for it.
Yeah, big shout out. Real cute thing that they had there. All right, welcome back. I don't know if you actually could hear us just now, right? But this is the poster. This is the event that we're talking about on That Insider. And it's the artwork by Alec, right? So...
Yeah, and I just want to say that the place it's held, this exposition is at La Oliva Taberna. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. And this is a place where they hold like exhibitions, art exhibitions. So like he's going to have his art featured there and all the way till the 13th of September. So if you're free, go down, take a look. He's very, very good, I would say. Like I really find his stuff like another level. And also, his tattoo is basically also in this style. Like he likes portraits, and yeah, you can see right now that he's doing
really
one of the portraits, and he actually looks for specific clients for tattooing. He wants people who wants this kind of artwork done on their bodies. So yeah, if you align with him in this love for portraits, like Alec is the guy for you.
Also, not anybody can get it. You gotta want. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's easy to appreciate this kind of art. It looks really nice, right?
Yeah, the details are extremely refined. So today's guest is also an artist,
yes.
And he's already backstage. So.
Right.
Okay, we have with us today Jeffrey Goldstein from New York.
Yeah, New York in the house.
And he's also an artist, and we're going to talk to him about...
Welcome. Hello.
Hi,
Mr. Jeffrey. Welcome
Can
to the
you hear
show.
me?
Yes,
we can hear you.
Us?
Can you hear us well?
Yeah. It just, So it started raining. It just started raining. So sometimes the rain comes down so hard, it's like, oh my God, I can't hear anything.
Yeah, we totally get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Mexico is pretty noisy in general. Like,
Yes.
yeah, you can hear the streets, everything's pouring in you.
Yeah, my
Wow.
apartment is kind of quiet, actually. I'm really lucky.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So, like,
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank
We
you.
we
Thank
uh,
you.
we were
Thank
just
you.
telling the people, telling our viewers that you're an artist also, and
yeah, what kind of art do you do?
Mostly abstract. I paint with abstract. Here, maybe you could see a
you
little
got
bit.
some you want to show us?
Yeah, we would love to see.
Wow, that's beautiful, man.
Thank you. Wait.
Wow.
Oh God, I love
So,
computers.
so you
And when you
paint? Do
yeah,
you also draw? Like, no.
No, I'm
So
totally abstract.
you're a
If it's
painter.
supposed
Okay.
to be a flower, it looks like a house. If it's supposed to be a dragon, it looks like a flower. I don't know.
yeah, the piece
Okay.
behind you is real interesting, right? Like it's a landscape thing, and
Yeah. And then here, I'm trying to figure out how to do the thing. I also do collage. Look, can you see?
You also do
wow,
collage?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's real interesting.
Yeah, I like them. The aesthetic is really cool.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
nice.
Color,
So,
color.
Bright
color,
color, right?
yeah. That's your theme, right? Ripe color.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you also hold exhibitions?
Not really. I mostly sell to people online, and I have like some
Ah,
clients, and sometimes I have little painting classes on my roof.
okay.
It's more like teach me. It's like, here's the paint, here's the paper, here's some cookies. Have fun.
Yeah, freestyle, right? Yeah.
Those cookies will give you all that energy. Because some people get all like, oh, I have to have a gallery. It's like paint and draw because you want to have fun because it's like a little kid with finger painting. It's like, I like red, I like
Yeah.
yellow, great.
So I guess yeah, some people, or would you say most people need kind of just probably just need to just do
Like
it,
an
right?
outlet,
Like,
yeah, just to
yeah,
begin.
to
Yeah.
just connect with that.
In so many ways, that's my whole life is about that. It's about holding space for people. It's like, I'm going to allow you and I'm going to encourage you to be who you are, right? So, like, that's why I read Tarot. That's why I teach. That's why my job is to encourage you. That's my
Yeah,
job.
I really like that. I like
That's
that
very cool.
idea, like that you are in the right vibration to allow people to flow, like so you're
Yeah,
holding space for them. Like that's
Holding
cool, really
right.
space, yeah, that's
nice.
real nice, man.
And it's also, it's like the more I treat myself like that, I allow myself to be adjustable, I allow myself to be flexible, then the more I invite that.
Yeah,
Especially we're living in a foreign country. So it's kind of like, well, let's see what happens. I wonder what
yeah.
that is.
Yeah, exactly that. Like you are in a foreign country, you have to be open no matter
Yeah,
what. Like, yeah.
yeah.
And yeah, so okay, let's
Yeah, let's get into it
yeah,
now. Like,
let's find out like so what drew you to Mexico? What's the
I,
reason that you
it's almost like I
decide?
was called to Mexico. So when I went to school, um, I went to a fashion institute in New York, right? But it's a state school, so there are things aside from fashion you have to take, and some of them were art history, and it was like Renaissance to modern. It's like I could teach that class. What am I doing that for? So I took all the weird ones. I took Islamic art history and Indian art history and Mesoamerican art history.
Oh
okay,
wow,
wow.
okay.
So,
Interesting.
and I was like, well, that's really fascinating. And then years later, I wanted to go away. It was January, and I was originally going to go to London because I really have always wanted to go to London. And I was like, why are you going from cold to cold? It's January.
Right.
It's
Makes sense, yeah.
January. I need some sunshine. So I came to Mexico, and I was in love the first day. I was in love the first day. So I came to Mexico probably about, I don't know, 8 times or something, and now I'm living here.
That's
Wow, okay. So basically you really liked the vibe when you were here and you decided to live here for a longer period.
Forever.
Forever.
Sometimes the
Okay.
Mexicans say, they go, oh, well, are you going to be here? Are you going back? It's like, I came here to die.
Okay.
That's cool. Seriously, I mean, can you tell us more about what was it that struck you? You know, like
There's so much. So I'm a real intuitive. I read tarot. I work with angels. I talk to the trees. I listen to the tree, all that. And in Mexico, I feel loved. I feel protected. I feel guided. I feel blessed.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to ask you. Like, because we have lived in the US for a little bit as well. And like definitely the difference I felt was like being here in Mexico, like this like the people are centered more in the heart over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So it feels very comfortable, you know, you feel very like you can just be yourself. And yeah, and like I was wondering if that was the thing, like that, you know,
That's
like,
part of it. And also it's very connected to the earth also. You know, I lived in Manhattan, but I lived like in the middle of Manhattan. I lived near Times Square. So it was like there was one tree on my block.
that tree, right? Yeah, we know that tree. Yeah, I know which tree you're
It was
talking
very
about.
friendly and very nice, but it's not quite the same as going to Chapultepec. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah. No, but
And
for real, man, Chapultepec Park in itself is so beautiful, right? Like,
Yeah, it's
amazing.
incredible, yeah.
Yeah.
it's unbelievable. And I go to like section 2 during the week. I'm the only one there. It's me and like, not even the squirrels are there. It's just me and the trees and like some guy, with that. I try to stay away from the loud grass cutters. But it's just like, this is incredible. And then I can really listen.
Right. You can really listen is a cool thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about that, like your process, like um, in your own words, like how do you, or maybe tell us about that, like you say you've been in and out of Mexico like 8 times. About what was your first time like, and how did that kind of like change?
Oh, my God, it's like a great story. So I came to Mexico City. I wanted to do 3 things. I was here for 10 days. I'm not one of these people like, oh, I have to do this on this day and that day. Like I have 3 general things I want to do. So I wanted to go to Teotihuacan. I wanted to go to the Museum of Anthropology, and I wanted to go to the Basilica.
Okay.
Okay.
So I was staying in Roma Norte, like, a good American. And now I live in a real like colonia, muy auténtica. Well, I'm the only gringo in the neighborhood. And so I walked from Roma Norte to the Basilica. I walked.
Wow.
It's
How long
like
did it take?
3 hours. I don't know. And my Spanish was like, hola, adios, ¿cómo se llama y dónde está el baño? And that
Okay.
was about it, gracias. And I walked and I got there and I kind of had this whole experience really. And I realized that it wasn't about like worshiping Guadalupe. It was about being Guadalupe. It was about being Guadalupe. I go to this place. Because Guadalupe for me is so much deeper than Catholicism, because it's built on an ancient site of the fertility goddess, and she's really the mother. She's the loving, kind, accepting, I love you no matter what mother. That's who she is. And because there's a child there too, it's about being the mother that loves the child so completely. If you didn't do your homework, I love you. If you hit your brother over the head, I love you. If you stole the money from my wallet, I love you.
So
So-
you're feeling
That
the
mother, but also being that child that allows oneself to be loved even when I lied, even when I, did something wrong, even when, right? I allow myself to be
all your
loved,
flaws.
even with, but not only flawed, but how like sometimes we purposely do something that's mean, right?
Yeah. Just kind of let something out, you know.
Yeah,
just
like,
you- yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I saw you on the floor and you were down and out, so I figured I'd kick you in the head.
I was just walking by and yeah.
Not going to make a bad situation worse for you.
No, but that's I mean, you know, we are laughing about this, but it's really a part
powerful
of human
topic,
nature.
yeah.
Yeah. That's real deep, you know, and
Yeah.
That's that's the ideal. I mean, I don't always live up to it, but that the ideal is to be in that state of love, of comfort, of understanding, of acceptance of myself and my situation and the world and its situation and people in my life and their situation. It takes a lot of practice. Don't get me wrong. It's not, and I have my moments every day.
Do you think this is
that's cool.
one of the things that is like that is helping you to navigate your way around, like just being a freelancer, the topic that we are on today for this episode, like and living in Mexico, thriving here, like it's because of this love and self-acceptance
It's
and
it's really my journey at this point in my life. That it's what I've come to. Like I'm not young, but it's what I've come to in my life. Yeah, yeah.
Wait,
I
can
don't
you
know.
repeat that last sentence because you kind of skipped
It's
it?
what I've come to in my life. Like this is like the plate of food that's in front of me right now. I don't know how else to say it. Does that make sense?
yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
And
that's where I'm at, and I yeah, and I don't. I have a lot of faith.
Right? Certainty.
I have a lot of faith. I really do.
well, we're interested in this topic of kind of your journey, you know, right? And how you connect with what you want to do, and balancing all of these things. And we're also kind of talking like about like good
I
and
mean,
bad, I guess. Balancing all of these
I mean,
things.
in a way, I've always been like this. I've been freelancing since I'm like 25. I'm 60.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
This is not new to me. You know.
Right.
Oh
And
well, I don't have this exact job and it has this exact money. I've never had that. Never in my
yeah.
whole life.
We,
Never.
we we completely connect with you on this. We have also been like that our entire lives. Yeah.
Yeah, we've
We
always
are
done
we
our
are we are
own thing,
freelancers as
right?
well, so this is a very interesting topic for us. Yeah, and so like I would really like to dig in and ask you like what were the challenges that you faced like doing this? Yeah, you were telling me you're very good at the hustle, so like I want to hear both. Like,
So I've been living here about 2.5 years. I have a website, right? I have a YouTube channel. So I do tarot readings. So I do them, online or in person. I do them for Mexicans in person, but most of my clients are like the U.S., Canada, a little bit of Europe. And I do spiritual clearing, healing. Like it's almost like Reiki, but it's a little more, I don't know, personalized. Right? We get specific about a specific thing. We pull
okay.
it out and put the opposite end. It's called IET, Integrated Energy Therapy. I do that. I teach English online and in person. I teach tarot classes.
energy
online.
is like energy clearing, right?
Yeah. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
on your Instagram page, and yeah, you doing
harmonica, like I'll stand on the corner and play the harmonica. You can,
So,
if you bring a drum and a triangle,
you,
you can trick me.
so you like since you read the tarot, definitely we are going to ask you to show a little bit of reading.
Yeah.
Okay, you know
Do you
what?
have your tarot with you?
I had a feeling.
You got your cards with you, all right? So you got
I
a question or
just I
something?
just did a new full moon reading for Leo. For everybody because it's a full moon in Aquarius on Monday. So it's the Leo Aquarius axis. I always read as an axis, and the energy
Right.
and the message that I got was adjustment. That was the energy. Because I
Adjustment,
sit
okay.
by the trees and they tell me, and I feel what the energy is, and I feel like, when I get the message, I'm supposed to share it. It's not just for me. So that
Yes,
was the
please do.
energy, like adjustment. Don't try to force things as you want them, but just adjust to things as they are and see how that feels. And, like find the comfortable space on the couch. This is the couch you have to sit on for this week or this month or this year.
Right.
It's like, well, fine, do I want to put my feet up? Do I want to keep my feet down? Do I want to lay down a little bit? Are there too many pillows? Etc.
That's a beautiful metaphor, right? Like
Thank you.
for everything. Yeah.
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 And I've been
Because it's
feeling this energy, this adjustment energy. Like I haven't checked like the planet, so what's happening like astrology wise, but I do feel this adjustment energy, to not just expect the thing that
Yeah.
like you want, but to really just let go and flow with it,
Yeah.
and it will be smooth anyway. But it's just not in the way that you expect. Like I've been feeling
Right.
this energy these few days, and yeah, it's very interesting that you said this.
It's funny, it's almost like you're a little kid, right? And you have like a rich aunt or uncle, and you're like, I want a bicycle, right? And then it's your birthday and you don't get the bicycle, and I'm like, yeah, 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 yeah. And then, but instead, they brought you like a coloring book, or they brought you, like a telescope, and it's like, I don't really like this telescope. And then you look through the telescope, like, this is so cool.
Yeah.
This is so
Yeah,
much
okay.
better than the bike, because if I limit, well, it has to be this job. It has to be, it's like, just let's see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
See what happens.
Right. Okay, so could you also do like a very quick one card reading, maybe for like
No,
Isaac's
more than one.
sign?
One card is one. You can never get anything. At least 3 cards.
Okay.
¿Qué es
Okay.
la pregunta? ¿Qué es la pregunta?
All right.
Okay,
What's
wait,
the
let's
question?
see. Maybe you just could do one like
Let me adjust my
generic
camera
one,
here. Well,
like a generic one for like because Isaac is Scorpio and I'm Aquarius, so maybe you could do one for
Leo and an Aquarius. Now that's a good combo, man. That's quite a combo. Goodness gracious.
like most of the astrologers would say like Aquarius and Scorpio like they don't match because
But
it's
you
too
see,
crazy.
yeah, but you have to also understand the difference between the fixed signs, the cardinal signs, and the mutable signs. Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus are all fixed signs. They're
Yeah.
very good at getting stuff done. You have a vision. That I have my vision. This is my vision. This is where I'm going. Nothing gets in my way. So there's a focus there.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
The mutable and the cardinal signs, that's not their strong point. Cardinal signs are good at bringing up ideas,
Starting.
catalysts, starting something. And then the mutable, they're very diplomatic, and sometimes that's a really wonderful thing, but they could also be like, well, I had this whole plan for like months and months, and then one person said something and I changed my mind. It's like, oh my God. Signs not like that. They're not like that. It's like, my goal is to get to this city by this and this day, and if I have to take, if I have to walk, or if I have to hop, or if I have to take a pogo stick, I'm gonna get there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's so interesting. Your metaphor earlier, about like just this is your couch, and just get comfortable, with life or with what you're trying to do and stuff, and just kind of not have these expectations, right? Like it's a really great lesson, no? To kind of just incorporate into
Thank
your
you.
life. Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Let me tell you, the way you come to a lesson like that, and the way you come to an understanding like that, is by hitting a lot of brick walls. It didn't just come to me and it's like, oh, I'm enlightened. It's like, no, I had to go through a lot of dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to fall many times and then like understand
Many
what it
times.
means, and yeah.
Many times. Yeah.
So if you're up for it, like maybe we
Yeah,
could
yeah.
do like a reading for like because we have a lot of things coming up and we would like to know how it would be. So maybe like in the next next month or so. And
You got great
yeah.
cards. You got great cards.
Oh.
You got great cards.
All right, tell
Okay,
us.
okay,
Break it
okay.
down, man. Break it down.
I'll
for
be
us,
back.
yeah.
I'll be back. I'm not going to change my outfit when I'm gone, but I'll be back.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, I have the Wheel
I
of
thought you were
Fortune,
serious for a sec. Okay.
I have the Judgment card, and I have the Knight of Wands. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
So, interesting, right? The Wheel of Fortune is about evolution of the soul. The Wheel of Fortune is like, it's this time, it's this moment where things have shifted and changed. It's almost like the gears of a clock, right? And you're standing on one gear, and because it's moving, all of a sudden I'm elevated because I've gotten something. It's, things have moved on, and now it's like, oh, I can see on the other side of the mountains now. Oh, there's a whole valley there. Look, there's a river. There are more mountains. There's a town. It's like I elevated myself, or spirit has elevated me to a place that my fortune is changing, right? And interestingly, so look at the four corners. It's the four fixed signs. So both
So
Scorpio
that's us.
and Aquarius show up. The Scorpio is actually the eagle,
Ego, right?
because that's the height. It's the phoenix, right?
Yes.
Right. And then Aquarius is the one with the book up here.
Okay.
So you've evolved, and like there's a certain section that's complete, and you learned your lesson, and your time to move forward into the future. And
Wow,
this
it's really, really clicking for us.
percent. This is like Judgment, okay? This is a really good card, a really good card. It's the second to last card in the deck. So this is I incorporated my lesson to such an extent that I've been reborn. I've incorporated this lesson into my body. I really got what I was supposed to get. I really understand the experience, the karma, la la la, and now I'm being reborn. And my intuition is stronger than strong, because this is Gabriel coming with the message. And the cross, it's hard to do the backwards forwards. The cross is the the cross figures in Maya stuff too. I know a lot about symbolism. The vertical is our attachment with spirit. The horizontal is this plane. And now they've come to an understanding of balance. That's what the four corners are about. That's what the cross is about. It's the union of the spirit and the body. So like I incorporated the lesson so completely that I didn't have to die, but I am reborn, because they're coming out of the graves. Here they are.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like I've been reborn. And with this and this, it's like, wow. Okay, so I incorporated this lesson. Maybe I know what not to do, what to do, where I want to go, because maybe I've tried going to other places and it hadn't really worked, or it wasn't exactly what I thought it was, blah, blah, blah. But now I have a strategy.
Oh wow. Okay.
So the whole thing is completely on point for us.
Right? I'm going to take action on my strategy. This is my creativity. This is my passion. Wands are about your fire. It's like the thing that gets you out of bed. This really excites me.
Okay. Okay.
I love cooking. Some people, they like cooking. Some people love cooking. It's that.
Right,
It's like
right.
the thing that really fires me up. And I have a strategy, and I'm moving with it. It's a knight. Knights are all about action, movement, do. Not, I'm going to think. Like, no. Let's think. It's not. You already did the thinking. You already learned the
Yo,
lesson.
Jeffrey,
No.
that's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Because we really vibe with that.
It is absolutely what's happening for us right now. So,
Yeah.
so
sing.
basically,
Yeah, no, if you want to hire me as a singer, not a problem.
yeah. So basically, you're telling us that like the plans that we have going on, the whole thing, it's on the right track, right? Like,
But the thing is, remember that you learned your lesson, because sometimes when you learn a lesson, like it comes back, and it's like, oh well, maybe we'll try it one more time. No,
It's
you
like a
already
permanent
learned.
change. Almost,
You know, sometimes it's like I was offered this job at this really messed up place, and I took it, and they were sorry, and I'm going to go back. No.
no, yeah,
No.
we are definitely not at the
No,
like
no,
the front back thing anymore.
no.
Like,
Aquarius and
yeah.
Scorpio are both good at cutting the cord. Just cut that
Yeah, we are very good at cutting the cords.
cord.
Yeah, but like,
Bye,
yeah,
next.
like all the major
Yo.
arcanas showing up, like it really feels like it's completely karmic and we are ready to move on.
First, I
Yeah.
gotta say, Jeffrey, that when I hear you speak, right, the way you kind of phrase things and stuff is just kind of like gives these kind of visuals that really
Thank
make like that whole thing about the clock moving, right, and then you being on the gears and now you're getting higher.
Yeah.
Like, because if you look at it on one plane, the clock is just moving, right? It's just a
Right.
clock moving. But
Right.
if you're standing on that thing, then you actually get a whole different perspective.
Yeah,
even
yeah, I
though
like that
it's
description. That's
just
true. Yeah.
it's just
Well, if you
another
wake up
second
in
go
the
by.
morning, right? You wake up in the morning, and like, if I align myself and I say, okay, I'm going to see everything in like as opportunity, right? But it could be the same day, and it could be the same situation. It's like, oh my God, all my problems. Oh my God, I have so many problems. Oh my
Right,
God,
right.
the amount of problems I have. And it's like, okay, you could look at it like that, and then it's like, or you could say, okay, I have an opportunity to take a stab at this. I have an opportunity to change this a little bit. I have an opportunity to, like, paint that chair or move that chair and see what happens. But it's the same day. It's the same day,
All right.
right?
Okay, right. Can you tell us about your journey with respect to this? Like, I'm sure you've gone through this before,
Oh, it's
like kind of a change that's become permanent. That's changed your whole approach to how
I think the
you.
thing the change that really became, I've been meditating for a really long time. And something happened about more than 10 years ago where something opened up in me. So I went into meditation and I went into like spiritual stuff because I had nowhere else to go because nothing else worked. And I went in with like really in a rage, really in anger, really in like this attitude of like, this is bullshit. Let me show you. Like that was the attitude. But I was determined to show everyone how they were wrong and I was right. That's the truth.
I know, I totally get it though. Like that's
Wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong.
yeah, it's like that's when the ego is like completely like you
Oh, I'm
think you
so
don't have the ego, but you're fully egotistic at that point,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I totally get it. Yeah.
But it gets you somewhere, right? In the end, like somehow. It forces
Yeah,
you to
well, I mean,
think.
that was the road that I had to take. That
Catalyst.
was my pogo stick. That was my pogo stick in a way, right? And then what happened was I really opened up to really allow myself to be loved, to really allow myself to be tended to. I don't know how else to say it. And it's, I call it spirit. You can call it whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. But I think if you make an effort, a concerted effort to be in touch with your light, with your spirit, with your higher self, whatever, the angels, God, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. Then I think if you keep on knocking on the door, eventually it's going to answer. That's
Right.
what happened to me. That's what happened to me. That's the truth.
Right.
That's amazing. And I also want to just mention this, like we were talking about the archetype of the mother, right?
Yeah.
And Mexico being a strong place for that and
Oh,
everything.
yeah, Mexico
But
is the better 101.
it is, right? But
Oh, yeah.
I never really thought about the side of the child, right? Like, because you have the mother, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And then there's the child,
To
right?
be open to receiving
To
love,
be open to, yeah.
to accept yourself even when you did something wrong.
Yeah, to
Wrong.
to love yourself,
Yeah.
love what you do, just put passion into it, and kind of trust that like you're on the right
And
track.
also, I think it's about loving your light and the beautiful things that you offer. Let's say, you bring music, you bring art, you bring humor, you bring kindness, whatever. But it's also about loving that other part of yourself that's like, rude or has a filthy mouth or
Yeah.
that wants to steal everything or, something bad happens to someone and you're like, I told you so, you know.
You don't know how much this conversation is super aligned to the stuff that we are thinking and
Yeah.
feeling. Yeah, like we're really discussing this particular topic a lot these days. Like really like having no judgment about anything at all, not knowing what good is or bad is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But then at
and
the same time, not being plastic or kind of, sterile, like not having judgments, but still allowing things to just be. And so
yeah, we are like creating another song right now, and it's called Honor, and it's for like honoring. It's about honoring your flaws. So like the whole and also like we are understanding like rudeness is not that big a deal. Like it it also pretending sometimes. So like yeah, it's sensitive and yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, pretending
interesting
really
conversation.
pretending really works. I think we have to act into the way we want to be. Because if I keep on thinking, I'll talk myself out of it. I have to act it. And, do you know how to play music? No, no, no. But I'll pick up the guitar, I'll make some sounds, and we'll see. Instead of, oh, it has to be this, it has to be that. Oh, and I limit. It's like, just, do something with it. I don't know. I mean, it's a
yeah.
little
Because if
weird.
not,
Like, be a kid.
is a great
Like, be a kid. You know what I
be a
mean?
kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I know we've spoken about this. I mean, you've talked about this a bit, but I want to hear more about what you feel about Mexico and what this place really has. Like for an artist or for someone who's even considering.
For an artist, for any artist, I mean, Mexico is the most vibrant, alive place I've ever been in my life. It's the most surreal place I've ever been in my life.
Yeah, I
It's
totally
like, am
agree.
I really seeing this? Is this real? What's
Is this
going
real?
on here?
Yeah. What?
And then,
Yeah,
I mean, it's so alive. It's so alive.
yeah,
It's
Oh
fantastic.
man.
It's
Yeah.
fantastic. I mean, the amount of sounds, the amount of smells, the amount of, things to see and it New York used to be more like that, like when I was young. Because I grew up in the 70s, the 80s, it was different. Now I think the United States, in my opinion, has become much more, I don't know, the same. Like,
Hey,
so
sorry. Can you repeat your last sentence again? Because your thing kind of froze.
well, like when I grew up in Brooklyn, right, in the 70s, you'd walk around the neighborhood and there were pink cars and blue cars and red cars and yellow and orange and white and red and blue and green and whatever. There was a purple car there was a purple Charger on my block. And now they're all gray and white and black. All of them. All of them. But here, we still see different colored cars, don't we?
yeah.
Right?
A
Yeah.
different color,
Oh yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like just observe. Like, isn't it more interesting to go to, like I have a garden upstairs. So, I have pink flowers and orange flowers and like sort of in between. And now I just got some yellow ones. Like, you can have an all blue garden, I mean, that's kind of hard to do. But let's say orange. So all the flowers are orange and it's lovely in its own way. But for me, it's so much more, oh, that's a yellow one and that's an orange one and that's a pink one and that's a red one. And oh my God, like, it's like Mexican food. Like, what do you want on your taco? I think I'll put some there and I some of that. And then,
Con todo.
sure. Yeah. Can I put rice on a taco? Sure.
Some red, some green. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the abundance,
Yeah. Yeah.
and abundance means everything. It means everything. I don't
The
know.
good, the bad, everything.
Yeah, so it feels really, I don't know, vibrant,
Yeah.
right? And if you're living in a vibrant place, you feel more vibrant.
Yeah, for sure. Like for us, that's what we love about being here. There's always something going on,
Yeah, it's very
And
exciting for
yeah,
sure. Yeah, and yeah, and like I mean, like I think like we were talking about non-judgment, right? And I do feel like over here in Mexico, like the like that freedom, like you can just express yourself. Like you see like in the metros, people are just dancing. Nobody is like giving them looks and thinking that they are like being weird
Oh,
or
yeah, yeah.
crazy. Yeah,
yeah,
like
Well, I mean,
I
New
mean,
York has that flavor too. And, don't get me wrong, New York definitely has that flavor. But, there's this tremendous freedom in living in a country that's not your country, right? I don't have to fit into the American norm here. But
right.
I don't have to fit into the Mexican norm either.
yeah.
I could just do what I do.
Yeah, you can be completely
It's just like
reset and
really like, woo!
yeah.
I felt like I grew new
Yeah,
feathers, or my wings got bigger. It's like, oh yeah, let's see what's going on. Ooh, I can soar. Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, you don't
yeah,
have to be like in a box in any
yeah,
way like
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
That's one of the best parts about like traveling. Like you're somewhere else and like suddenly the conditionings and all the rules like they don't like activate, that much.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And also, how long have the two of you lived here?
We lived here like now 9 years, I think.
yeah,
Long time.
9 years. Oh, that's a long time. Wow,
yeah.
Yeah. You?
wow.
How long have you been
Two and
here?
a half, I think, 2.5, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
this is so freaking big. Like I have a friend and I went to go see him Tlalapan. I took the Insurgentes bus to the last stop. It was like an hour and a half.
Right, man, that's huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, can you tell us a bit about ripe color? You know, like
Yeah. So I mean, so I think it's the only. I don't know if it's the smart or the not smart thing that I did in terms of marketing. So the name of my company, the name of my website, the name of my YouTube, the name of my Instagram is all ripe color. It's all the same. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
It's very
beautiful, man.
good. Yeah.
It's like how do you
years
spell Goldstein? It's just right color. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Everything.
that's right.
Yeah.
I used to make handmade T-shirts.
Oh, wow, okay.
So I used to do hand-dyed T-shirts. I would dye them myself, and I got all these like occult and mystical images, old alchemy books, and I would screen print them. And I used to sell a lot of stores, and I used to make my own labels. And oh my God, my apartment in New York was like a factory, truly. So I did that, and then I morphed into painting on scarves and painting on silk. So it's always been about a color thing. It's always been this color thing.
Okay. Jeffrey? Yeah. So, like we only have about 5 minutes left. So I would like to ask you what kind of tips would you give to other foreigners that are here that are also just freelancing? Like, how can they like do that well? Like, what should they do?
This is my try it. Like if someone offers you something and it's not like, jump out of a plane without a parachute, try it. Try it, Oh, do you want to do that? Sure. Yeah, try it. Just keep on trying and something will stick or something will feel right. So I with the teaching thing, initially like nothing was happening. And then somebody knew somebody who had a school, so I started doing, and then it turned into something else. And I don't work for the school. And then this student recommended me to that student, recommended me to that, and someone's like, "You should teach
Opens
painting." I was like, "Okay." You should do meditation on the roof. Okay, like try it. As long as it's not like completely whack. Like allow yourself to be curious, allow yourself to make a mistake, allow yourself to see what happens, allow yourself, so just keep on trying. And because for me, I was thinking about it because I knew that the interview was coming, and I was on the roof a day or two ago, and I was like, oh well, I have more students now, and oh, if I had this many students, and then I was like, well, I could do that full time, and I was like, and I stopped myself, I was like, you'd be so bored. You would be so bored.
Yeah.
I really like do a little this and I do a little that. It's like
Yeah.
you want to eat lasagna ever. How people like, oh, I made lasagna on Monday and I'm eating it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm never coming to your house for dinner. Never.
Yeah.
That's a great, yes, that's a great. Like,
Yeah, I mean, definitely for personalities that that would like to freelance because they want to do different things. They do not want to be tied down. Like some people really like the 9 to 5. Like they like the stability of the whole thing, and
yeah,
yeah. So
that they want something
yeah.
fixed.
I don't
For
think
them, I mean,
I don't think it's my life lesson. I think I've come to this place where, and it's, believe me, being a freelancer all these years, it's gone up and down and down and up and up and down and down and up. And I think it's part of my life lesson. I think it's part of like my soul wants me to expand and to summon my courage, to, try things. Maybe I have more talent than I think I do. Maybe I'm not going to be like, in an orchestra, but you know what I mean? So I feel like that's the lesson. It's like, well, your job is to like experience as much as you can. Yeah.
Right.
And the other thing I do also for money is, I have Airbnb booking here. So I have guests, and I did that in New York for years too. I've had over 500 people stay with me.
Oh, okay.
And
So you
they can-
open up your house. You open up your house to guests and
Yeah.
okay. Yeah,
And
it's a good
every
way.
guest teaches me something. It's fascinating. Every guest has something to offer me. There's like a lesson or an experience, or it's fascinating. What a fascinating journey that's been. Fascinating. Years. I've been doing it for
Yeah.
years. So I've had like 56 countries stay with me. Something like
Wow.
that. Yeah, isn't that
Yeah.
cool?
It's because your characters like that. Like you are very you're very like every experience is for you, especially for your spiritual growth. So you
Yeah.
are open in that way, and
Yeah. Yeah.
that really requires like the heart being open and like consistency with this trust in the universe.
yeah,
Yeah.
consistency with that work, right? Of getting yourself right. Yeah,
Yeah. So thank you so much for joining us here.
you did amazing. Thank you
Yeah,
for
we
coming on the
really
show.
enjoyed this conversation.
Come to my roof one day. I have an enormous private
Roof
Oh,
garden.
cool.
garden. Okay. Yeah, definitely. And
Yeah,
we
for
we
sure.
could meditate and do tarot together and stuff like
We
that.
could swirl around. We could
Yeah.
stretch.
Yeah.
We could say, I don't know what that building is. I don't know what that building is. I don't know what that building is.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, Jeffrey, like we introduced a friend who had an who's having an art exhibition, and yeah, maybe we could go down together to look at his stuff and yeah, connect you guys. Sorry?
It's tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, it's actually going on for all the way until the 13th of September.
Okay, so no,
Yeah.
tonight I'm going with my guest to some jazz club or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Have a
He was
good
like,
time.
oh, I'm like, okay, let's go.
Yes. Yeah, you see that's really cool of you, like open and then like you hang out with your guests and stuff. So yeah, I think this is one of the things that like all the freelancers should do too. Like let the opportunities come, talk to all the people and just hang out and open yourself to life,
Just
right?
try it, right? Like you said.
Yeah. Yeah. And so
Yeah.
many times the one that you don't think something has anything to teach you actually teaches you a lot,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
We really
Very
love
cool,
this
very
conversation
cool.
with
Yeah,
you.
so amazing
Thank you,
episode.
thank you.
Thank you for coming on the show and for kind of sharing with us all these things. And yeah,
No, it's a pleasure. And I mean that you've lived here for so long, I have a lot to ask you.
Yeah, feel free to.
Let's do it, and we could do another episode also in the next season. when
Yeah.
we're doing this,
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I definitely need a new outfit.
Yeah, you're fine, man. You're cool, man.
Yes. Okay, so thank you so much again. I'm Celestine Angel.
I'm Isaac Rakesh.
And we have Jeffrey Goldstein with us. And we are here on ADR Networks, activating your senses.
Bye. Peace.
Signing out.
Thank you to all who joined us here on That Foreign Show. It's